Sports Gaming Universe.
Hello and welcome to Sports Gaming Universe channel here on YouTube, and welcome back to the Colorado Rockies Fantasy Franchise Draft Series here in MLB 14, the show on the PS4. That's a mouthful. Yep, we're doing franchise. It was a fantasy draft. Go back to episode 1 if you want to see how the draft went down exactly. But our number 1 pick overall was Jose Fernandez of the Miami Marlins. Now our starter going against his former team. Now, in the first episode, I gave you guys a vote, whether you wanted this to be a live stream only format or whether you wanted this to be edited. Now, the edited version, the edited series won with nearly 73% of the vote, but I found a way to compromise. I streamed this yesterday on Twitch, and then I uploaded that whole thing for people who wanted to watch it back, but I decided we'll do that, and I will also edit, at least for the time being. And we'll see how things go with 2 versions. So you can either watch the full version, which I will put in the links here in the description of the video, or you can watch these condensed highlight versions. Now, it's still about an 18-minute video to go through the first 2 games we played through, but it is the condensed version like you would see in my Cubs franchise. So, everyone, I think, in this format gets to be a winner. Those who want to see the live streams and those who don't have the time to do that and just want to see a fairly cleanly edited video with highlights. So that's what you get today. This is the highlight version, and we are about ready for opening day to get underway. You see our opening day lineup, and that is what we're going to be going with. Byron Buxton leading off, and you see the rest going from there. We're going to be going against Yu Darvish, so things are not easy on opening day, that's for sure, as the Marlins have an ace of their own. We'll have to see if we can get anything done against Darvish today. So Freddie Freeman, he's frozen up looking at that pitch. That'll be strike 3. Guess he was hoping to draw a walk, but that is not going to happen. You see Rosario at the plate. He is going to line that right to first base. And that does it for the first inning. So here is the Marlins roster. Check these out from time to time because this is a fantasy draft and we don't know what players went where. So you get a little look at what they've got. They've got Mauer in that lineup. So Jose Fernandez will get his first start. Again, he's our franchise. He was our number 1 pick. We were 8th overall in the draft and we went with Jose Fernandez. Yeah, we had a chance. We could have taken Darvish. He was still there on the board, but I wanted to go with the youngster. I wanted to build long term. So you see our defensive alignment as well. And Fernandez is getting things underway with the strikeout right there. And that is exactly what we want him to be doing. K and people. We'll get a replay of this, blowing it by him with the fastball. And strike 3. So Jose Fernandez off to a good start. We have a 3-2 count with 2 outs. And Joe Mauer is going to go down swinging. Strikes out Mauer and is out of the inning. So that's how the first inning goes for both teams. On to the bottom of the second now. And some trouble with runners on second and third. But Dominguez is coming home to the plate with that. Rosario puts the tag on. And they cut down Will Middlebrooks trying to score. So we're still scoreless after that heads-up play. Dominguez decided to go home with it. And it was a good decision indeed, as we cut down that potential run. Fernandez striking out Mauer again. Looking this time, Mauer looks kind of frustrated that he didn't swing at that pitch, but Fernandez frustrates a lot of hitters, so that's something they've all got in common. Just 1 hit for Miami so far through 3, as we only have 2 hits. It is a pitcher's duel, if you hadn't noticed. Yu Darvish coming out and pitching to Bryce Harper. 3-2 count, 2 outs. Runner was going with the pitch, obviously, with 3-2 count and 2 outs, but Yu Darvish comes up with the strikeout. 3-2 count right here, and this is going to be grounded right to Freddie Freeman. No problem. And Fernandez is getting out of another inning. Marlins fans having a good time despite no runs being pushed across through 4 innings. Let's see if that changes in the 5th. This will be Jose Fernandez at the plate. And he's going to actually make contact and line out to right field. No runs scored there by Colorado in their half of the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th. And Fernandez is getting drilled right in the face. Oh my goodness, he's down. That is our star pitcher down in a heap on the pitching mound, and this is not good. It says he took a nasty shot to the head. It's not believed he suffered a concussion, but he'll have to be removed from the game. Well, I don't know. It looked pretty gruesome. He's getting help right here as he is clearly staggered coming off the field. We're going to get a couple looks at this. This pitch hit him right in the face, folks. That is a scary moment as he lays there on the mound. Let's see one more view from pretty much what Fernandez is seeing. No time to defend himself, and he's down like a shot on the mound. So that is not what we needed. He's got to come out of the game, and now we got to scramble in the bullpen to keep things going. This was a scoreless tie, and it remains that way with a ground out to Freeman. So at least we don't give up anything after Fernandez leaving. And we're through 6, scoreless. We've got 5 hits, but nothing pushed across. Let's try to change that. Dominguez, nope. He's striking out in the high heat from Darvish. And Darvish is doing equally a great job here. We go on to the 8th, and the base is loaded. We got a jam, but that's strike 3 to Brandon Phillips. He's going to go down looking. Well, check swing. Didn't matter. It caught the zone. So now with 2 outs and a 2-2 count, can he get out of this? Rios is going to hit this to Freeman, and it's a race to the bag. Ooh, that got kind of close. But Freeman does get there first, and we get out without giving up a run. Base is loaded, and we gave up nothing. So still just 2 hits for the Marlins. Freddie Freeman's going to get a hit right there. Opposite field, puts it out to left, and is on first base. So maybe this is the rally to get things going. Freeman on first, and we have Rosario at the plate. He's going to single the left. So now we have 2 runners on, and we've got something cooking. Now if we could just push one across here. This game has that feeling that the team that scores first is most likely going to win. Bryce Harper, oh, this is not good. Can they turn 2? They do turn a double play and get out of trouble themselves. We're on to the 11th inning. That's a walk. That's winning run being put on first base. We got to be careful. This is our closer, Carson Smith, in his first major league action. He's got some promise. He's got some potential, but he has not pitched in the majors yet, and that's a bloop to center that's going to fall in. Could not get there. Byron Buxton gave it a chance, but couldn't get there. 3-2 count. Nobody out. Rios up again. He strikes out. That's a huge strikeout. Carson Smith, as a matter of fact, that's his first major league strikeout. So he gets a little bit of notice for that. Rios kind of telling the next batter here what to expect, and that is hit at Dominguez. He gets out number 2 on the soft liner. So here comes Pena with a chance, now with 2 outs, to possibly end the game if he gets a hit. But we've gotten out of these jams before. Can we do it one more time? Well, we're going to see right here. 3-2 count. 2 outs. This is up the middle. Carson Smith could not get a glove on it. Throw is going to come way too late. The Marlins walk off in the 11th inning on that single, and they take the game 1-0 on opening day. Heartbreaker. Not only did we lose our best pitcher for, well, we don't know how long yet, but he had to come out of the game in a very scary situation. We could not push a run home all day, and I guess, well, you don't deserve to win a game. You can't score a run. Darvish, your player of the game with 12 strikeouts, did a great job here, and he's got his teammates kind of freaking him out during that interview. So the Marlins are able to win an ultimate pitcher's duel here, 1-0, and they win the game with just 4 hits. So here's the bad news. Jose Fernandez with a head contusion is going to be out 4 to 5 weeks. I don't want to put him on the 60-day DL. I don't want to lose him for that long. I'm going to put him on the 15-day DL to start and go from there. So we go through and sim the Miami series, and we win 2 and lose 2 as we split that. So next up, it's going to be Christian Garcia making his major league debut. He's put into that rotation now with the loss of Fernandez, and hopefully he can hold his own. He's, I believe, a 67 rating overall, and by far our lowest rated pitcher in the starting rotation now with Fernandez out. So we'll have to see how he holds up. This is going to be hit in the gap to left center, and, well, that's not a good start for Garcia. 1 run's going to score. Looks like this is going to be a triple when all is said and done, and this is how we're starting up the home opener. giving up a run to Arizona. We may have problems. Ugh. He just kind of reached out and slapped that like Wade Boggs style. Just take that the other way and get a base hit. Well, he got more than that. It rolled to the gap, and he got a triple. So that is a good piece of hitting early on. It's a 1-0 lead for Arizona. Still in the first, and Hosmer is striking out, and that will be Garcia's first Major League strikeout as well. A lot of firsts in this episode, as we do have some prospects getting their Major League careers started. So we are trying to get out of this first inning, and that's going to squeak through for a base hit, so it will be another run. Arizona puts up a 2 spot in the first inning. Got to stop the bleeding here. We can't get completely blown away before we even get an at-bat. So Garcia trying to gather himself, a 1-2 count, and he will get a line out right there to second base. So we are out of the frame with just 2 runs given up. So I guess we can try to put that away, and if Garcia can settle down, then we can maybe get these bats going. Now, speaking of bats needing to get going, Bryce Harper starts the season 0 for 10 in a big-time slump, but this is a way to break your slump. You hit a ball out of the yard. It's a solo shot for Bryce Harper to right center, and it cuts the lead to 2-1 for the Diamondbacks. Cut that in half. Home run Bryce Harper. So it's good to see him finally getting a positive at bat. Man, that was tough during that sim. He didn't get a hit at all in that first series, 4-game series. But he does right here, and he delights the home crowd with his first home run of the season, and he waits to do it here at Coors Field. So a 2-1 ball game now. Garcia back on the mound. It's important that he settles down, and oh, that pitch was out of the zone, but he chases the curveball, set up well by the series of pitches, and Hosmer is down with the strikeout, and Garcia's through 3 now. He has settled down quite well. 4th inning, and he is getting a strikeout on the curve again. Freeze does not like the call. He's going to argue it, but it doesn't matter. So Garcia now starting to calm down and pitch a good game. He's through 4 innings, and he hasn't gotten blown off the mound like it looked like he might in that first frame. So here is a hit in the gap for Baez. It is going to roll to the fence. This could tie the game. Runner coming around third, and he will score. Ooh, look at Baez scurry back to second, and he was helped by the fact that that ball went over the third baseman's head and was backed up by the pitcher. But that is an RBI double for Baez, and we are all knotted up at 2. Here's Byron Buxton. He's going to get a hit to left field and get himself on base. Good job for him. The rookie is producing at the top of that lineup against Justin Masterson. So we have a base runner, and we've got Freddie Freeman at the plate with 2 outs. He's going to take that to left center, and it gets over the shortstop's head. It's going to roll to the gap. There is another run, and we have a 3-2 lead. Freddie Freeman delivering that RBI double to put the Rockies up 3-2. Garcia back out for the 6th. Actually, Garcia's been lifted. He just ran out of gas. So you see Geltz in the ballgame now with that awkward number 9 for a pitcher. We might have to do something about that. But he gets a strikeout and gets out of this inning. Matt Dominguez is going to join the party of extra base hits. They like that left center field gap right now, as another double ends up out in that direction. So Dominguez now on second base, and we are going to pinch hit for the hitter's spot in the lineup. Jose Abreu, I really want to try to work this guy into the lineup more often, because you see what he's doing for the White Sox in real life, and he's a beast, and we know he can hit the long ball, and he can hit for extra base power. And speaking of long ball, I think he got his first right here to left center. It's gone, and we extend the lead to 5-2 in this version of everything. This is his first Major League home run. I know he's killing it for the White Sox in real life, but here we go. In our version of our fantasy draft franchise, he has just hit his first Major League home run, and how is that for a pinch hit spot? My goodness, Freddie Freeman is your starter at first base, but I cannot wait for interleague play when we can stick this guy at DH and roll. Yes, sir. So he hits this one out into the left center field bleachers, and we are in business now with a 5-2 lead. Let's see if the pitchers can make that hold up. Abreu's going to get the silent treatment, and there they go. They jump up to celebrate with him. Bryce Harper right in the mix of that. as well as many others. So let's go on to the 7th inning now. This pitch is lined right back at the pitcher. Not again. It careens away. He's actually the one that goes to get it. Now we got to check on this guy. This is not good. As you see the Rockies flinching in the dugout. And we can't afford to be having pitchers go down like this. This is scary with the frequency that they're getting hit. But it looks like he's going to shake it off. And it looks like he wants to stay in the ball game. Let's see how that fares for him. Well, he induces a pop fly to left field and gets out of the inning. So I guess he recovered just fine from being hit by that baseball. We continue to nurse the 5-2 lead into the bottom of the 7th. Rosario, that's a fair ball. The umpire had to jump out of the way and then makes the signal. It'll be 2nd and 3rd as the result of that double down the left field line. Almost took out an umpire. So here we have Baez at the plate, and that is going to be caught. No, it's trapped. It is not a catch. As you see, he had to pick it up off the turf, and they will get another 2 runs home. It's now 7-3. That was close. Almost made the catch, but could not come up with it, and the Rockies tack on 2 more. Now 7-2, as I said, and Matt Dominguez is going to go to right center, and that's going to find the gap. Bring another run home. It'll be 8-2 Rockies once he settles into second base with his double. So the Rockies finding this offense now. It's too bad we couldn't have split some of this with this game and opening day and maybe taken another victory out of the mix, but that's okay. So through 7, it's 8-2. We bring on the 9th inning, 2 outs, and this is strike 3 on the slider. The Rockies have won the home opener and are now 3-2 on the very young season. Geltz is going to get the win because he came in that position of time where we first took the lead, as our starter Garcia did not complete 5 innings. He just completely ran out of gas, and even though he was pitching well, felt like I couldn't leave him out there and do any damage to him when we already have a #1 starter on the shelf. So Doolittle comes in and finishes things off. It's not a save opportunity by any means, but he does complete this thing, and Javier Baez is your player of the game. He had a good one. We had quite a few guys doing quite well at the bat today, but Baez will be your player of the game, and that is just about going to wrap up this episode. Our first on-field action. We are going to sim forward through the rest of this Diamondback series, and unfortunately we lose the last 2 games of that. So the record stands at 3 wins and 4 losses as the Chicago White Sox are about to come to town. It'll be Wade Miley versus Cole Hamels in the first game of that. So I think we'll continue on the same way that we did this time around. We'll live stream a couple games, and then I will edit it up in this fashion so you can choose to watch whichever version you like, or maybe even both. We'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and join the SGU team. Like the SGU Facebook page. Follow us on Twitter. Go ahead and subscribe to SGU here on YouTube so you don't miss daily videos. And last but not least, follow us on Twitch for live streaming goodness.